welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's Nadia and today we're gonna talk about some cheap bullet journal supplies and stationery all under $12. Now, I think there's a common misconception that you need specific tools or you need to get some expensive branded items to get started with bullet journaling, but that's definitely not the case. Just because you decide to buy some cheaper items doesn't mean that your bullet journal is gonna be any less effective. So today I'm really gonna show you guys my favorite bullet journal finds for under $12 if you want a bullet journal on a budget. So the first thing that I want to show you is this bullet journal that I got at my local dollar store. One of my friends told me she found this at the dollar store. I got so excited I had to go and buy one for myself. And I have to say, I'm very impressed with this dollar store bullet journal. It has this really nice sewn binding in the back so that your bullet journal stays flat with no problem. This also prevents any of your pages from bending when you open the book. And the sewn binding also helps the book to close back really nicely so that it always regains its original shape and doesn't bend as you open and close your book. I also really love that the pages are super white and the dots aren't too thick or too bold. Some other quick things to note about this bullet journal is that it doesn't have any page numbers or ribbon bookmarks with it, but at 160 pages, I think this bullet journal is absolutely fantastic. I also really love the texture in the cover and the really subtle minimal gold writing. I think it looks super elegant, and overall, I'm just super impressed that I found this at my local dollar store. Of course, no bullet journal review of mine is complete without a pen test. In here, I decided to test my most commonly used pens. That's gonna be the Pigma Micron pens, the Tombow Fudonosuke brush pens, the Tombow brush pens. I'm also gonna test out some Crayola supertips and some markers that I got at the dollar store. As you guys can see here, there's quite a bit of bleeding and ghosting when I use the Sakura Pigma Micron pen in the 08 size, and if I press pretty hard on it. There's also quite a bit of ghosting and bleeding if I use the Tombow Fudonosuke brushes, or if I also use any dark Tombow brush pens. Because of the ghosting and bleeding, I decided to dedicate this bullet journal specifically to my work bullet journal, and it works absolutely perfect for me because I tend to keep it more minimalistic and I don't use a lot of heavy colors on it. So if you also want a minimalistic bullet journal, then this dollar store bullet journal is perfect for you. And this amazing journal is actually found at $3.50 Canadian dollars. My next favorite affordable item when it comes to bullet journaling is definitely the Crayola Supertips pen. You can get a huge assortment of colors for just $12, and you can find them at the local dollar store, art store, or even Amazon. They're super accessible. They also come in a lot of different packs and sizes, so you can choose as much or as little as colors as you want. What I really love about the Crayola Supertips pen is that when you hold the pen and use it at an angle, you can get those really thick lines with the color. And however, if you hold the pen a little bit more upright, you can also get those super thin lines. This is really great because it really allows you to do hand lettering with your Crayola Supertip pen, and you can really recreate the look as if you were using a brush pen. I also find that the Crayola Supertips are perfect for beginners because it's so easy to color with them. As you can see here, even if I overlap the same spot multiple times, the color blends in so seamlessly together, effortlessly. However, if I'm using something like a brush pen, whenever I overlap the same spot multiple times, it's gonna create a darker color for that spot. So it's gonna be a bit harder for you to get that even color when using a brush pen. Of course, it really depends on the type of look you're going for, but if you want that solid, even color, the Crayola Supertips is a perfect choice for that. Another thing that I found at the dollar store was these craft markers. I'm super impressed because I really love the color palette that they have. I also really love the fact that it's a dual tip, so you have one end that's really thick and you have one end that's super thin. It's different from the brush pen in that they're not flexible at all. The tips are super rigid, so it's kind of more like a highlighter than a brush pen. What really shocked me though is how similar the colors are between the Dollarstore pen set and the Tombow dual brush pen in the portrait set. So as you can see here, 4 of the colors are exactly identical, and I got these pens at a quarter of the cost. So I got these craft markers at $3.50 at my local dollar store. One of my all-time favorite tools when it comes to bullet journaling is definitely these stamps that I got from Amazon. It's a stamp set with all of the days of the week written in this really nice font, and I think it just spices up any weekly spread that you have, and it takes 2 seconds to use. I was able to find this stamp set on Amazon for just $12, and it's well worth the price. I use it all the time in my bullet journal, especially when I'm running low on time, but I still really want that elegant look in my bullet journal. And the best part about these stamps is that you can use your Tombow brush pens to add the color to your stamps so that you can recreate this beautiful lettering in any color that you want to be able to match any weekly spreads in your bullet journal. Another lettering tool that has really stepped up my bullet journaling game is this stencil that I got from AliExpress. This stencil is super affordable at only $3. I love that it's super thin and really flexible, so it's easy for you to store, and I just really love how bold the numbers and letters look. Whenever I have a lot of extra space left on the page in my bullet journal, this is definitely something that I always turn to fill up the page and give it a little bit more of a pop. I think my obsession for washi tape is only gonna keep growing from here. Anyone who says money can't buy happiness definitely never bought washi tape before, and let me know in the comments down below what stationery items you like to collect. And I really love this grid set washi tape because the black and white is just so timeless and neutral. This is definitely one of my most used washi tape because it can work so well with so many different themes and bullet journal spreads. It also comes with this fun shape with the triangles for days when I want to be a little less basic and have a bit more fun in my bullet journal. And they also have so many other cute colors and options. Guys, like I've been looking at the pink and brown one. I think it's calling my name, but we'll see. I'm still hesitant, but like I said, I think my obsession with washi tape is only gonna keep growing. And look at the price, it's only $4. And the best part is, for my brand new washi tapes, I got its own washi tape dispenser. I love this one so much. It's so clear and minimalistic, and it's super cute as well. It has these jagged edges, so it's easy for you to cut your washi tapes. You can easily just turn the knob for you to be able to insert your washi tapes in there. And the number of washi tapes that you can include in one dispenser really depends on the width of your washi tape. Usually I can fit about 5 of them, but if I have any smaller or bigger ones, then obviously it's gonna take up more or less space. You also want to make sure that you're putting the washi tapes in the right side so that whenever you pull it out to cut them, you're gonna cut them in the right direction with the design facing upwards. And it's super easy if you put it the wrong way. You can just take it out and put it back in the right way. And as you could see, the jagged edges make it so easy for you to peel off any of your washi tapes. And overall, I just love this washi tape dispenser. I think it's such a cute and practical way to store your washi tapes. I loved it so much that I ended up getting 4 of them. And another great thing about this is that they're easily stackable as well. So even if you get multiple dispensers like me, they don't take up a lot of space because you can easily stack them. And it's a really great way for you to keep track of your washi tape collection. Sometimes I end up forgetting what washi tapes I have because they're hidden in the bag somewhere. But by getting this dispenser, I can easily see all the washi tapes that I have without forgetting any of them. I was able to get these adorable washi tape dispensers at $5 each. I got them from AliExpress, and the only thing I want to warn you guys is to be patient because when I ordered these, it took me 5 weeks for them to arrive to Canada. So if you are ordering them for yourself, just keep in mind to be patient, especially with AliExpress's shipping. Another thing that I'm super excited about is this cute cloud paper cutter that I got from Shein for only $1. I really love the fact that it also has a little hole for you to be able to put this in your keychain. I think it's just so practical and cute at the same time. I also really love that it's super tiny so that I can keep it in my pencil case without it taking up too much space. The only issue that I have with this paper cutter is that I don't know how to lock the blade in place. I'm seeing a lot of pictures in the reviews where people have locked the blade in place, but I don't see any button or any way that I could do it for myself. So either way, the whole time I've just been holding the blade upright still, but even though I do that, the blade is still pretty sharp and it cuts really nicely. It's not really uncomfortable or much of an inconvenience to hold the blade down anyways because it's so small. So it really does its job of cutting when it needs to, and it's super adorable, so I definitely feel that it's well worth the price of only $1 Canadian. I'm planning on using this on cutting any small designs or stickers that I want to include in my bullet journal, so I definitely think it's gonna be perfect for that. I also got this adorable cutting board to protect any of the surface that I'm working on when I do actually use my paper cutter. I got this at $3 from Shein as well. I really wanted to get this right away because last time that I was creating a Dutch door in my bullet journal and using the paper cutter, I wasn't protecting the surface that I was working on and it ended up damaging the things that I didn't want to get damaged at all. I also really love this cutting board because it's not too thick and it's also really flexible, so it makes it really easy for storage as well. So I tested the cutting board, and as you can see, whenever I use the paper cutter on it, it does leave some scratch marks on the actual cutting board. But when you turn it around, you see that the other side is completely untouched and any surface that you have this on is protected as well. I also got this other mini paper cutter at $7, also from Shein. I'm super excited about this. This is also going to be used for me to create any Dutch doors in my bullet journal. But I'm also super excited because I do want to start making my own stickers, and this is going to be really helpful for when I want to cut any of my sticker sheets as well. On the back of the packaging, it says that the maximum that this paper cutter can cut is 5 pages of 80 GSM at one time. I've been using it pretty seamlessly for any of my bullet journal pages, which is 120 GSM. I've also used it to cut some thicker paper as well, and I seem to have no issues with it at all. The blade is pretty sharp and the glider is so smooth, so I definitely did not have any issues, and I never really needed to cut anything super thick anyways, so I definitely feel like it's such a great purchase. Another really great thing about this paper cutter is that it also has the measurement markings on the side as well to guide you so that you can measure how much you want to cut as well. I hope you guys enjoyed these cheap bullet journal supplies and stationery haul for under $12. I know I can get really skeptical whenever I see super low prices online, so let me know if there's anything you want me to review for you guys before you spend your own hard-earned cash. So if you're new to bullet journaling, this is just to show you that you don't need to spend a lot of money to get started, and if you are just starting out your bullet journal journey, I also have a bullet journal starter guide and a bunch of other videos where I give you a lot of bullet journal spread ideas, so make sure to check those out as well, and I hope to see you in another one of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching!